Welcome back to the Cabin Podcast. I'm Andrea Belke.
And I'm Megan Christian.
The Cabin is brought to you by the Wisconsin Counties Association and Something Special from Wisconsin. And today, this episode's for you guys. We wanted to give you a huge thank you for listening, for sending in questions. So we're going to answer some voicemails and kind of chat about some of the topics that you brought up.
Yeah, we also have Josh back in the podcast today. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Wow,
how we
back
doing?
to back.
I know. Yeah, show pony.
Yeah, there you go. Well, what do you guys think? Should we start off with some voicemails right away?
Yeah.
We're getting right into it.
I mean, Megan's been asking for voicemails, so.
You didn't want to ask,
That's-
nobody wanted to ask me how my trip to Noah's Ark went, why I'm tan.
How was your trip to Noah's Ark?
It was great.
You're so
Thank you.
tan.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, this is probably the most tan I've ever seen you.
Yeah.
What was your favorite
Well, I actually really like the mat ride. Like, I forget what it's called.
Oh, down the
Quadzilla.
slides.
Yeah. So I don't want to brag, but we got season passes. But
Oh.
so we go up there all the time. Yeah. So
Well, if you ever feel
Little
like
Congo
sharing
bongo
with
action.
sharing with the cabin crew over here.
have you been?
I have not been to Noah's Ark. I've been to every single other place in the Dells.
You have.
Isn't that
Yeah.
ridiculous?
Yeah.
Well, how long?
But Noah's
I mean, when I
Every
was a
place
kid,
but Noah's Ark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a free plug for Noah's Ark, but I love going there, and that's why I'm tan.
Well, there you go.
What's
I gotta
the-
make my way over.
What's the strategy to get a tan like yours?
Forget to put on sunscreen because it was cloudy, and now it's like it was to the burnt, and now it's to the tan stage with a little bit of an itch.
I am an
Oh.
avid sunscreen wearer. Are you?
Yeah.
Why did I say that weird?
I
Wait,
don't know. So I was going to let it slide, but you caught it. That's good.
wait, it like took me a second to register. I was like, avid sunscreen wearer.
Be very, very quiet.
Very, very quiet.
All right. Well,
All right, let's get on with the voicemails here.
All right,
First
Megan's
one.
going to play them.
First one is from Ingrid.
This is how we're going.
Hello, this is Ingrid. I loved the show with Megan and Andrea hosting Charlie Barron's. And Megan and Andrea's wit, charm, and originality will never be replaced by AI. Thanks, and I look forward to the next episode.
Is that your cousin?
Aw.
It's not my cousin, but I think that's really funny that she said we can't be replaced by AI because we were talking about that on the Charlie Barron's episode.
Mhm.
How so many hosts and TV shows are getting rid of people and replacing them with AI.
We're looking at me.
Well, what do you think?
Yeah, we're saying don't do that to us.
Oh, absolutely not. No, we've been in a situation where we've had to do, and Nick is a master of it. Don't get Nick going on AI. He will.
Oh, we
He'll go
know.
off.
I'm not
Yeah.
even Nick. This is the AI version.
Yeah.
Nick's at home.
Yeah. So we've had to correct some VO, and we've
Voiceover.
so
Voiceover,
we've had to look at it through AI because we weren't able to get a host in because they were traveling, and I'm looking at you, but you had to sign off on it,
Yeah.
right? And it there's just something about having that authentic voice coming from the host and having it be real. It doesn't matter if it's podcast, if it's video, whatever. I am not a proponent of using AI at all. Even I don't care if it looks real or whatever. There's an authenticity of being real and actually showing what all this stuff is, and we need to stick to it.
It's getting scary. I mean, Nick, do you think there's a time where I could just sign off my likeness and you could say, okay, type, chat, GPT, can you make Andrea host an episode on Wausau? And then, are we there yet?
Yeah, like 2:30 today. Yes.
Okay, have you guys seen the videos of the fake news
Yeah.
anchors though? Because those
Right.
are starting to freak me out because I'm falling for them. And I'm Gen Z, so like I can spot AI pretty easily, but those, until it gets to like the weird part where like the whole town sinks under the road, I'm like, what is going on right now? This is weird.
Right.
Yeah. Usually the 6 fingers is a giveaway, but
But they don't have them as much anymore. They have gotten it's
Oh.
progressively getting better.
Maybe Charlie was right. Robots are going to be here before we know it,
better.
taking over the world.
Well,
Right.
well, rest assured, as of right now, the cabin is not
AI free.
AI free for now.
Yeah. If it was AI, I'd go with
Keep
a
an eye
thinner
out for
model
6
here.
fingers next week. All right.
right.
This next one is from Ike.
Hey, besties. It's Ike. I hope you guys have an incredible day. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys hosting the podcast and crushing it week after week and bringing us cool things about Wisconsin. And I want to know, what has been your favorite thing since hosting it, since taking over the hosting gig a few months ago? Who's been your favorite guest, or what's been your favorite moment or experience on the show so far? And maybe what's been like the coolest thing that you've learned about our state, or about a guest, or about each other. So hope you're having an incredible day. And yeah, your favorite listener, Ike.
It's a good question.
That's a great question. Okay, so he asked, coolest thing we've learned, favorite guest.
What we've learned about each other.
Yeah.
Coolest thing I've learned, probably everything from our episode with Wisco Birder. I loved that episode. Do you remember afterwards? I was like, that was my favorite episode yet.
We learned so much about birds. The Wisconsin bird game is strong.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. And
Janesville is a huge area for it.
you know what? I went into the aviary at the zoo for the first time, and I wasn't as scared because
Wow.
I felt like I had a new appreciation for them.
Yeah, I think learning about the Wisconsin birds from him, especially his passion for it.
Yeah.
We've had so many guests that are just really passionate about their thing.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
From the birds and the wildlife. I mean, having Julia on, learning about the
Yeah.
wildlife was so cool.
Turtles.
And then on the other side of things, you have someone like Wisco Dive Bars talking about the grungiest, most insane bars ever. It's an episode of Hoarders. I mean, that was a few weeks ago. That was really cool. I mean, of course, we have some legends like Charlie Behrens
Yeah.
and Gilbert Brown.
Gilbert was awesome to have on.
Yeah, I mean,
Just-
it's been cool kind of having this wide range. I think some of the things I've learned that I really appreciate, things that I always I just never thought about, I guess, like the cheese head wasn't invented in Green Bay.
Right.
Is that a Brewers game? Like things
Yeah.
like that I think are really cool.
Yeah, I like learning about the different breweries and wineries too, because it gives me more places to add to my bucket list. So it's kind of like learning about Wisconsin as we go also, which is a really cool aspect of our podcast.
But favorite guest, I would have to say Josh Osterman.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't a fair question because everybody knew the answer, right?
I mean, wait, you've been the guest we've had on the most.
Probably
3 times.
Yeah.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How has it been for you seeing the cabin evolve?
It's really neat. And for us, we've had when it started, what was it now, 5 years ago? We've had different hosts that have come in. Mariah was here, and then it was there was Audio Dave, and then there was Eric, and then Anna and Susan, and we had a revolving door of audio people as we were trying to try to find out. And it's really fun to see everybody's mindset when it comes in. I really do like it when I see it's you two and Eric, and you're talking about trips and all this kind of stuff, because it's the hosts of Discover Wisconsin now also being the hosts of the cabin, and like Nick being in the audio part, he gets to see all the work that goes on in Discover Wisconsin. So he may not have to go to Superior, or he might not have to go to Oconto County, but he gets to see all the work that goes through, and so he has become an expert just by his work in the audio world. And it's neat to see all these stories come out, and your guys' passion coming through in the questions. And you're right, the guests that come on. I will say this studio is a lot better than our old studio, because the old studio was small and it would get very hot in a very short amount of time. And this is a nice, comfy cabin. So I like it. Yeah.
We obviously couldn't do any of it without the former hosts kind of paving the way, and the listeners and the viewers. So we appreciate you guys so much. We got some really good questions on Instagram. So we're going to kind of go through some of your questions and see what you guys are curious about.
All right. First one is most underrated place in Wisconsin.
Ooh, that's a really good question.
Are we talking towns or like a thing?
Let's do most underrated towns in Wisconsin.
Okay. I think I have one.
Okay.
Tee us off.
It's okay. All right. Let's we'll talk bigger cities, smaller cities.
Okay.
And I will start off with a bigger city, La Crosse.
Okay.
Now it gets a lot of pub, but it's also overlooked by a lot of places in the state. When you're driving in on the interstate and you get to see like the rolling hills, then turn into the bluffs. And then you can almost smell the Mississippi as you're coming in. It is incredible to pull into La Crosse and see all like the natural beauty, then head downtown. Have you guys spent the night downtown La Crosse?
No.
So I'll be honest, La Crosse is one that I have overlooked just because it's so far west.
Same. And because it's known for being a college town. So it's like...
It is, but it's like the college atmosphere and like the bars and the restaurants, they all blend together. So there isn't, like if you look at Eau Claire, you have the college area of Eau Claire, then you have downtown, and it's different. Where La Crosse is, everything is meshed, so it gives a different vibe and a different energy to the city. And I just think it is one of the most beautiful places in the state of Wisconsin. And I think like culture-wise, it's an awesome place to be. They have, just go spend time down at Riverside Park, and you get to see the river going through it. And I love La Crosse, and I also think that it's, even though it gets a lot of pub, it's way overlooked.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it is underrated. Okay, one that I think is underrated. I think Wausau is underrated.
Oh yeah, I'll give you that. Yep.
Because, okay, I don't know why, but I feel like when people talk about Wausau, they don't give it enough credit. If you go to Wausau, they have a bit of everything. I mean, the 400 block is...
It's awesome. The Mint Cafe is on the 400 block.
Yeah.
I've eaten many pies there.
Yeah, if you haven't been there, the 400 block is this like pretty big park, right? Yeah. Downtown Wausau.
It's like a full city block.
Yes, you have restaurants all around, plus like bookstores and like cute cafes and ice cream. You have that historic theater there.
Right. You got the Grand Theater, which is an awesome place to watch a concert, movie, whatever. The 400 block, you were there for the filming, where they have a music venue, and then in the wintertime, it turns into an ice skating rink. And so the mall used to be down there, and so they tore down the majority of the mall. Now there's a children's museum that's in that space, and there's all these little shops that, like a lot of mom and pop type shops. That Yankee bookstore right at the corner of the 400 block, I will go in there, and I'm not even really a big book reader anymore, but I will go in there and buy magazines, buy books, buy these things. There's a lot of Wisconsin centric places within the Yankee bookstore. So they have books that are Wisconsin authors. They have travel destinations for Wisconsin. They have it parceled out in the store. So if you really wanted to find out, what would be a cool hike in Wisconsin, they'll have a book for that, and it's just a really cool place. And then again, the Mint is just an old classic restaurant. Did you eat there?
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
Great food. Wausau also has a lot of outdoor recreation. They have there's a whitewater kayaking park, and people come from all over.
Yeah.
I got to kayak down there.
You did good.
I love kayaking.
Yeah. Brett, my producer for that episode, wanted me to act like I was scared.
Yeah, I saw that.
I wasn't scared. But it's cool. It's nationally recognized. People come in from all over the country.
Yeah.
You also have Rib Mountain, which is stunning. Also, I'm a huge coffee person, so I kind of have been mapping out my favorite coffee spots in the state, and Tuckney Coffee is in Wausau. Anytime you walk into a coffee shop and like the whole place is plants and little knickknacks, and like really delicious coffee. They have great breweries. You have Red Eye Brewing there, which has like phenomenal food. I don't know. I think Wausau is underrated.
So the Eau Claire Dells is in Wausau, and that is one of those things where if you're not searching it out, you're not going to find it, like just randomly. But it is it's beautiful. It's like this rock formation, and the river's going through, and there's like these waterfalls and whatnot. So it's a really cool place to go and visit. And you're totally right. Rib Mountain, you can go to Rib Mountain State Park and go to the very top, and they have a lookout tower. You can see forever. And then in the wintertime, you have Granite Peak. So they have their ski mountain there. I will say this. I don't know if it was illegal back when I was growing up, but we used to take mountain bikes and go to Granite Peak when it was just called Rib Mountain Ski or whatever. And we used to go to the top. We used to walk up the slope to the top and then ride our mountain bikes down. Wouldn't recommend doing that if you're not trained. We were not. So there was a lot of spills, but I don't know if you could do that anymore. So you better have to cut that out. But
well, they're gonna find you. They're gonna listen to this and then go back in time and write you out a little ticket.
That drive through Wausau is really pretty too.
Right.
Like when you're driving up north from wherever, I don't know, you had to go through that area, and it's pretty. Mine is like not specifically a town, but an area, And I'm going to say lake country, not just specifically Oconomowoc, because there's so many different little areas within there. You have Oconomowoc, Delafield, Okauchee Lake. All of these places are just little gem towns. People can argue that they're big all they want, but once you're in the downtown of these areas, you have all the boutiques, the cafes, which you are going to like have to come try some out because just the atmosphere there is so lively, but also calming at the same time, you know? And that's like what you want when you're having a little remote day or whatever, but also the outdoor recreation. There's so many places to kayak. There's so many, it's called lake country for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, me and my mom have kayaks. We'll go out there. You can rent paddle boards everywhere, rent a pontoon boat. Count me in. Like, I still have to do that this summer, but lake country, you are just going to find some of the best people there. And it's not just vacationers. People who have been there for generations, which is why I love it so much, because I go out and I see someone I know each time. It's just that tight-knit community where you just want to keep going back. Whereas some of these other places in Wisconsin, super packed with tourists. If you want somewhere where it's not packed with tourists, go to lake country, anywhere in there.
Okay, you said tourists. This leads me to one that is kind of a tourist town, but I still think, I mean, you can argue maybe it's not underrated, but I think Elkhart Lake
Yeah.
is a total gem.
Oh,
So
yeah.
much to
Big
do
time.
there.
I mean, okay, the Elkhart Lake, the actual population is under 1,000 people. I
Yep.
think it still is under 1,000. But then in the summertime, it just blows up.
You go to the tiki bar?
The Tiki Bar is so great.
Yeah.
And they have live music all summer long. I mean, you have the historic Seepkins Bar.
Yep.
But I mean, obviously a huge draw for Elkhart Lake is Road America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the most historic racing tracks, very scenic. I mean, they do about 400 events a year.
Yeah, some of them are NASCAR qualifying too,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Which I guess I read 400 events a year. How is that even possible? I guess several events. That's
Well,
crazy.
so I was there for a
That's what it
conference
says
not too
online,
long
but
ago.
that doesn't,
Well,
the math, the
Yeah.
math, girl
I
math,
think
but
if you-
nothing mathing.
Two
I
events
think
a
if
day.
you don't count just racing, because they have weddings there, they
Yeah.
have work parties, stuff like that, I'm sure it's well over 400, to be honest with you. When I was there for a conference, there were like 4 different events happening just that day.
Yeah.
Porsche was there. We were there for a conference. They had some race thing happening earlier.
Did you stay at the
So-
Osthoff?
No, we stayed at Blue Harbor Resort in Sheboygan.
Oh, did a
Yeah.
little commute.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my dad loves to stay at the Osthoff whenever he goes to
Yeah.
Road America for motorcycle stuff.
Yeah,
So
but Elkhart Lake, it's so eclectic because you can go from really quirky things, like it's very quirky and cute and charming and kind of has a small town feel because it is a small town. And then you can go to the other range or the other side of things, which is the Osthoff, these
Right.
resorts, this luxury that they have there. So you go from like Road America, kind of like this like very like grungy, cool, vintage car vibe. You
Yeah.
have the throttle stop there, which is like really cool vintage cars and motorcycles.
Yep.
And so that's really fun. They have vintage days where the whole downtown is all these vintage cars. And then, of course, you have the lake there. I read that Elkhart Lake it's spring fed. It's the 4th deepest natural lake in Wisconsin.
Wow.
And then, on the lake, you have cute little bars. You can go paddleboarding. They have sailboats.
Right.
It's really calming and charming. And then they have a great food scene there as well. Off the Rail is a breakfast spot there. And I think it's one of my favorite spots in Wisconsin. Their egg sandwich is, in my opinion, the best egg sandwich in Wisconsin. Bold statement.
hot take right there.
What is it? I mean, give me some details about this. We're talking fried egg.
It's just your classic egg sandwich, but there's something
It's
that
just
they
good.
do. And also, okay.
Sourdough bread?
Yeah,
Or-
they have
okay.
they have a bunch of things, but I think so. I can't really do a lot of gluten, but their bread is so the way that they make it, probably kind of how they make bread in Europe,
Yeah.
where it doesn't actually affect you, is I can actually have
Oh.
the bread there.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, it must be good if it's worth the runs.
Yeah.
No, because I even asked them, like, oh, I don't know if you guys do gluten free, and they said honestly, like our bread is just the way that it's made. It
Yeah.
doesn't really affect people that have a gluten allergy.
Huh. There's another cafe that's there.
Lake Street Cafe.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, man. I've had dinner and lunch there. And it's
Poster down.
the burgers there are really good.
Mhm. Yeah. They
Did we
really-
film there? We filmed
We
there.
did. We
Yeah.
filmed there. They have
Yeah.
great burgers. They have a lot of different food options there. But Elkhart Lake, they
Yeah.
have great events too.
Well, I would say a small community that is often overlooked, and I'll die on the sword that Rhinelander is overlooked, but I will not fight that here because everybody knows it. We have some of the best golf courses in the state of Wisconsin at Northwood. Gonna say it. Love the restaurants, love the lakes, love the trail systems, love everything about that community, but it's always overlooked. But I've said it before on this podcast, and I don't want to go on and on about it. But one that's very nearby that gets overlooked is Tomahawk. So like Tomahawk and Rhinelander have that same thing where it's like they're gonna, when people think to go north, they're gonna go to Minocqua, they're gonna go to Eagle River, St. Germain, all these things. And those two communities have lakes and restaurants and trails and everything that compete with everything, but everybody's just so focused on going north that they skip those communities. And it really is a shame because there's so much to offer in both those communities.
It's hard for me to know if Rhinelander is overlooked because it's all I hear when I talk to you.
I mean, I've spent a fair share of time in Rhinelander, but I think St. Germain still takes the cake for me just because I, grew up there when I was younger. My grandparents live up there.
But is it overlooked? It's a great place to go.
Yes, I do think it is overlooked.
Really?
Because I think that Minocqua and Eagle River tend to be the hot spots, and St. Germain sits right in between them.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
okay.
And Sayner's a great little town too.
Yep. The Sayner Pub has great pizza and great burgers. Oh, Sayner Pub is fantastic.
Great
You've been
fishing
there, right?
up there. Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
My grandpa used to take me there after going fishing all the time. So that's another great little area.
The Cabin is brought to you by the Wisconsin Counties Association, and this week we are featuring Iowa County. Tucked in the heart of southwest Wisconsin's driftless region, Iowa County is where rolling hills, historic towns, and natural beauty come together. This is Wisconsin's oldest county, established in 1829, and holds some of the richest stories in the state. In fact, Mineral Point was once a booming lead mining hub and one of the very first settlements in Wisconsin territory. Today, it's a living museum where cobblestone streets, Cornish stone cottages, and historical sites show you a glimpse into the past. You've also got a lot of outdoor recreation. You can hike or bike the Military Ridge State Trail, paddle the Wisconsin River, or explore the towering bluffs and hidden valleys of Governor Dodge State Park, one of the largest state parks in Wisconsin, with over 5,000 acres of trails, lakes, and scenic lookouts. You can stroll through the charming downtowns of Dodgeville and Mineral Point, and don't miss Shake Rag Alley, an arts and cultural center nestled in a historic 2.5-acre campus. There is so much to do in Iowa County. For more, go to wicounties.org.
The Cabin is also brought to you by Something Special from Wisconsin. Attention Wisconsin producers and small business owners. Join the thriving community of Something Special from Wisconsin, where nearly 500 members proudly showcase the best of Wisconsin. When you become a member, you join a vibrant network that connects you with customers who are passionate about supporting local businesses. Gain access to an incredible platform that highlights your unique products and services. Whether you're an artisan, farmer, or small business owner, Something Special from Wisconsin welcomes you. With Something Special from Wisconsin, you'll benefit from increased visibility through our interactive map, making it easy for customers to find and support your business. Plus, the dedicated marketing efforts ensure that your products reach a wider audience, helping you grow and thrive in today's competitive market. But that's not all. Be part of a community that values collaboration and support. Share ideas, learn from fellow entrepreneurs, and participate in exclusive events that spotlight your business. Don't miss out on the opportunity to showcase your products alongside other passionate Wisconsin makers. Ready to join? It's simple. Visit somethingspecialwi.com/join-us.
Iowa County, I think, is overlooked.
Okay. We can go this route. I'll do this too.
Jefferson County.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That was going to be one of my small communities. I was going to say Lake Mills is completely underrated.
I love Lake Mills.
And I would say Jefferson is also underrated because they both have these little town squares, and they have, much like Wausau, these little mom and pop restaurants that go all the way around it.
Yep.
I love everything about Lake Mills. I love everything about it. And then if you go to Jefferson, then you got the hamburger stand right at the corner.
Waddles?
Yeah.
Yep.
I used to call it Waddles, but then you say people would waddle over there to Waddles,
Yep.
if you eat too many burgers. But it's awesome. Those
You
two
can't
communities
forget
are great.
Bonton Bakery in Jefferson too. Have you ever been there?
No.
You are missing out.
Wait a minute.
You've been to Bonton.
Yeah. Okay. So
it's right on.
They have
Domingo.
little breakfast sandwiches and stuff that
They have the best donuts on the planet Earth.
Okay.
They have a peanut butter jelly donut I love Bonton Bakery. If you need like your birthday cakes or anything, go to Bonton Bakery. You want donuts for the breakfast? Go to Bonton Bakery. Make the drive and stop there because that peanut butter jelly donut is to die for.
So I might be thinking of the wrong thing. Is there a cafe pretty close to that bakery?
Probably. There's a lot down there. I haven't been to Jefferson in a while, but I'm sure there is.
But Watertown is awesome too. Watertown has this.
They're adding a lot there.
Yeah, the redevelopment of downtown and everything it's a really cool county. The whole county, I think, is great. You have done so much there, right? The trail systems and all that.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Jefferson County. I got my 3-wheel motorcycle license in Jefferson County.
They've got a lot of ATV trails, UTV trails opening up too. My dad lives in Johnson Creek and I went to high school in Johnson Creek. So got my fair share of Jefferson County fairs in.
Yeah.
And something very unique. Did you know there is a goat island?
I did in Jefferson.
We all know that because we watched the show.
Well, I'm asking them. Did you know there's a goat island in Wisconsin? That is one of my favorite things about Jefferson County is if you're kayaking, it's kind of on the intersection of the Rock and Crawford rivers, and there is an island of goats. And so this group called Friends of Goat Island put this together. And from June through September, there are a bunch of goats on this little island. And these goats are the happiest goats I've ever seen in my life. To be fair, I think most goats are pretty happy, but you can
How can you not be happy as a goat?
I've never seen a sad goat, but you can actually kayak to Goat Island, get off, and just like hang out with these goats. There's this little feeder. You can like get some like little feed to give them. They're so friendly. They are like climbing the trees. They're these goofy goats. It's really fun. And actually they're having an event. I think they do this annually. It's, what is it called? Oh, Goat Fest 2025. It's on August 2nd. So they actually bring the goats from the island. They take them ashore to Rotary Park. There's live music. There's a bunch of vendors. There's food trucks, and you get to hang out with the goats.
Well, there you go. I know where you'll be on August 2nd.
Yeah.
Another little gem in that area is Astelon State Park.
Oh, yeah,
So cool there. We would take field trips there in middle school. And it's just really cool history to see. And then right across from Astelon is Astelon Inn, and they actually have a really good fish fry. So my dad raves about it constantly. Yeah, and it's pretty cheap too.
Have you had it?
I haven't. I've had not the fish, but everything besides the fish fry because I don't really eat fish all that much.
Okay, so you've been there for the fish fry.
I have, yes.
They have potato pancakes?
They do have potato pancakes.
Okay.
They also have a buffet. Like a little buffet that you can go through. Well, and I don't know if they still do it, but like Farmington Inn over in Farmington, which is also kind of right outside of Johnson Creek, they have those little bowls of cheese spread, and then they have the breadsticks in the packages.
Oh, I love that.
They used to have that at Astelon Inn, so I don't know if they still do, but...
So if we go to the Maple Tree in McFarland, they still do that. And then you can go up to the buffet, like the salad bar, which they still have a nice, fantastic salad bar. And they make homemade soup. Now my mouth is watering. But then they have the little cheese spread. So I always put the cheese spread in the thing, and I'm just one right after another. I'm full by the time dinner comes. I still eat it, but I'm full.
Before you move on from Jefferson County, I also want to point out they have the Knickerbocker Ice Festival there, which is so quirky. And it's this huge ice festival. There's ice sculptures. It's right on the lake. They have ice softball. They have these sculptures. You have people carving ice. There's a fish throwing contest where you're throwing a slimy fish.
Did you participate?
Mm-hmm.
And?
I was very good at it.
What was your distance?
I think I won my round.
Huh.
But it's like this really quirky festival. A ton of people come out. I just think it's like really unique. And then they crown like a king and queen of the town. I always love when I find like little towns that have these festivals where it's just like everyone shows up to.
Yeah.
So they call it the Madwaukee Corridor because you can live in Jefferson County and you can work in Milwaukee, you can work in Madison and just kind of go. It sounds like you're going to be a new resident of the Madwaukee Corridor in Jefferson County.
Yeah, sounds like it.
There you go. Huh. Yeah, Jefferson County is awesome. Their county fair is also so fun, but it's always on my birthday, so I have to.
So I would say, much like your love for Jefferson County, I love Sauk County. Mm-hmm. I don't think Sauk County is overlooked in the slightest, though, because they have Lake Delton, they have the Dells, Spring Green, awesome community. And with the river going down, and that's like the beautiful part of the Wisconsin River. Where I grew up is like the headwaters of the Wisconsin River. Murky, dark, just kind of, it is
By
what
the
it
time
is.
it gets to Sauk County, it's a little more clean.
It is. I mean, it just is, it's a nice, the river is really wide. And it's really, I mean, it's fun to actually go into the Wisconsin River at that portion of it. Once you start getting closer to like where it connects to the Mississippi River, just my own personal like uneasiness of like going in and having it going to the Mississippi, like, I'll stick around the Spring Green area.
Yeah.
But there's like bluffs and everything where you can overlook the river valley, and there's a natural area that's up there that you can go and explore. The rock formations does it to me every single time. So this last weekend when I was at we went up on one of the days we went to Noah's Ark and I got burnt. I was talking about going down the water slides, but another day we went over to Mirror Lake State Park. Now Mirror Lake State Park is one that's often visited, but it's not as visited as Devil's Lake State Park. But Mirror Lake is this beautiful like thin lake. I mean, so it's like the rock formations and the cliffs just kind of just come to a stop, and then you have not that wide of a lake. You can kayak on it. You can put boats on it with motors, but you just have to go slow. But I would say one of the coolest pontoon rides I've ever been on was we were on the Ishnala pontoon, and we were fortunate enough to know Bob, and so then he was able to take us out, and we went up the lake in an area that's often not visible, so you can't get there easily you can't drive there, you can't walk there, you have to get there by boat, and you're going through, and it's like the towering pines are over the water, so you don't have a straight shot up to see the sky. And it's kind of like dark and dingy, but then the cliff is right there. So you're looking at the rock formations, you're just looking around, and it's just so quiet when you're in there. It is one of the coolest. And then it opens up once you get to the other side, then it's like, it's great fishing, and then you can have fun. But then to turn around and then come back. And this is why Ishnala is so popular too, with it being right on the lake. You are going through a thinner part of the lake, and then all of a sudden it opens up, and then you have Ishnala, and it's surrounded by like rock formations and all that. So Mirror Lake is state park, and the whole Mirror Lake area is like the definition of what Sauk County is. I mean, it's like natural beauty, and then you have like, let's say Ishnala right there, and then it's like that man-made like attractions and everything that make it awesome.
You just painted like a perfect picture, because I was like unintentionally daydreaming, picturing what it was gonna look
well,
like.
I mean, it's
To Josh's soothing
I was like,
narration.
oh my gosh, I can't wait.
yeah. And we found out you can rent a pontoon boat at Mirror Lake State Park. If you go down to the beach, you can rent kayaks, you can rent
fun.
paddle boards, and then they have like 3 pontoon boats that you can rent. So it was like, what, really? So now we're going to do that.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, we've talked about a lot of underrated places, but we do have a couple more questions. And the next one is, what's a place in Wisconsin you want to visit but haven't yet?
Okay, so you mentioned one that I am shocked I haven't been to, Spring Green. I have to go this summer. What are any tips, or is there a time I should go? I kind of want to hit, there's that theater there.
Yeah, American
Go in
Players
the
Theater is a
fall,
must.
I feel like.
It's a must.
Yeah.
The cool thing with American Players Theater, if you haven't been to Taliesin, it's worth the trip to go and experience that. I think, I don't know if they do self-guided tours now, but you can take like an hour tour, 4-hour tour, and you go around and you get to see Taliesin. So anybody that's like into architecture, into some of the stuff, it's the Frank Lloyd Wright like headquarters area, right? And he built his buildings to go with the landscape. So not coming out of the landscape, but to be with it. It is really kind of a neat experience to go and go through that whole property. But then you're going to go to American Players Theater. I mean, I don't know of many. There's a couple. I think there's one in Door County. There's one up by the Minocqua area. But this is like a beautiful theater, and they have major shows. And to go and experience it and just take it all in. Hopefully it's a nice like lukewarm evening and the bugs aren't getting you, but it's an experience, in and of itself, because you're watching the show and you can see the sky and it looks beautiful. Those
And they
are
do
the
a lot of Shakespeare
Yeah.
and like classical
Yeah.
plays.
I would, those would be the two things that I would go to in when you're hanging out near Spring Green. I'd hit the water over by Spring Green, but then I'd go try to find some of the little restaurants and shops.
Yeah.
I know the Opal Man was there. He's since passed away, but I don't know if his shop is still open. But if it's open, I mean, it's a great place to go in and get some unique jewelry.
I mean, you
It's
can't
really
forget
cool
House
stuff.
on the Rock, too. If you're in for like 4 hours of quirkiness and coolness, you gotta check it out.
Yeah.
That was one of the weirdest experiences I've ever had, but I would do it over 100 times.
What would yours be?
Port Washington.
Oh.
I still haven't
Ooh.
been there. And you speak so highly of it. And I love those little towns with marinas and fun food. So that just sounds right up my alley. I got to get over there.
You gotta.
And these are places we haven't been.
Yeah. It's going
I
to
feel
be
like you've
tough
been-
for
Well,
you.
I've been to a lot.
Maybe one that you haven't been to in a while that you want to go back to.
St. Croix Falls.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I have. It has been decades since I've been to St. Croix Falls, but there, and I mean, thinking back on it, we did a field trip, and there's a spot where it kind of overlooks because the river is cutting through in St. Croix Falls, and you get to the falls area, and there's areas where you can get out. I don't know if it's a state park or a county park or whatever it is, but you can stand on the top of this bluff and you can just look down the river. I was in elementary school and we took a field trip and we were all standing at the very top. Now looking back on it, it's like, what? There was no railing or, this was in the 80s, so it was a little bit more loose, but it still sticks with me. Like that view down the river and the falls and like the bluff and the rock formations and all that stuff still sticks with me now. And I never really have experienced downtown St. Croix Falls and like the little unique shops and the restaurants and stuff. And there's a big winery
The
that
Chateau
yeah.
St. Croix, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have time for one more quick question. Time flies with you, Josh.
I know.
Okay.
All the air sucked out of the room, huh?
Wait, do the fun one.
The fun one? Okay. What song do you think fits the theme of your podcast the best?
Got a little bit of chicken fry, cold beer on a Friday night. That's a good
I
one.
don't even know. I feel
Benny
like I'd have to,
Hill
like-
theme song. Na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, I feel like the
That was a
clown
shot,
music
Andrea.
sometimes though too.
the
It's like
clown music played over. Yeah, us not knowing that.
That porcupines don't shoot quills actually.
Wait, what?
Did you know that porcupines don't
Yeah.
shoot quills?
Nick, did you know this?
Yeah, I actually.
He did.
What? We've been
Yeah.
hearing it our whole life.
They like push them into people, but they can't like shoot them.
We
So-
learned that from Julia, the biologist, on the
Yeah.
episode a few weeks ago.
Which I listened to.
Well, you weren't listening close enough
Okay.
Guess
because they
not.
have to make contact with you to get the quills in you.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought if it was like 10 feet away, they could shoot them.
No. Cartoons have failed us completely.
Yeah. We've been lied to
Huh.
our entire lives.
I'll be totally honest. That cow being pregnant thing to get that floored me. I was on the show that when you
Hey,
said that.
yeah, it
Well,
floored me when I learned
So
it.
that was one of the first episodes we've done. We talked about, I don't know how that came up, but basically cows have to be pregnant in order to have milk. I
Was
knew
it
That was the
Festivals?
festivals episode.
Yeah.
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 And we were talking about milking a cow.
Yeah, I knew that because I'm from a farm, but they didn't know that. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
So I guess the theme song could be the clown music over those clips.
Yeah.
Or maybe a Bon Iver song since he's from Wisconsin.
Okay.
You know, like a
If you're listening,
blood
Justin
bank.
Vernon,
Yeah.
please come on.
Maybe, what else? Yeah, I think those are
don't know.
good.
Yeah.
So I will ask one question. I'm going to throw your timing off.
Okay. We do have to wrap soon.
I know.
What's your question?
So you've been on the podcast now hosting, and you've been on the videos hosting. Let's do the video part. What is your favorite area that you've hosted? And doesn't mean any of the other areas are less than the other ones, but the most memorable place that you've been to.
Okay, for me, hands down, Lake Geneva. Just
Okay.
because I had been to Lake Geneva maybe a few times, but when we did that episode, we truly experienced all of it. And it was
Yeah.
the things we did were just so magical, mystical, and the history
okay,
of.
Benson Boone.
That's a deep cut. I don't know if people listening know.
Moonbeam ice cream.
That's a Benson Boone song. Anyway. But anyway. So if you're still following, I just think that episode, meeting up with Stephanie Klett.
Yeah.
And, if you know Stephanie Klett, I mean, she has her finger on the pulse of all things Lake Geneva and
all things Wisconsin.
All things Wisconsin too. But like Lake Geneva, like she really knows and like set us up with a lot of the really important things to hit. But I just think that episode we covered so much. That was the first time I met Joe Diamond at Maxwell Mansion. Got to like really check that out. And there's just something, if you really like lean into it, there's something kind of mysterious about it and like spooky just because of the history of the sanatoriums there. I really loved exploring Lake Geneva.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oconomowoc.
Oh.
But okay, but can I explain
That's like me
myself?
saying Rhineland.
Can I explain
Nick's
myself?
shaking his head.
Can I explain myself though? I could see myself progress as a host so much throughout that show. Like that show took almost a year to film. So when I came in, it was like, oh, little baby Megan, like just starting off her hosting journey. And at the end, you could tell how comfortable I was on camera. And also I like just showcasing the place that I live. I think it's really cool, even though some people might say it's overrated. It really is a cool town. And getting to do it
Who
with
says
Eric
Oconomowoc is overrated?
Oh, you.
I was going to put him in the underrated category.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Downtown Oconomowoc
I guess
is
in
awesome.
my area, a lot of people are like, oh, why don't you go to like Delafield for a day or whatever.
Huh.
So, but it's just because we've seen everything, but I never run out of things to do there. And it's also cool. That was my first premiere party that I ever got to go to. So it was just overall a really cool experience for me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, thank you, Josh, for being the guest that's been on the most. So.
Yeah. You've broken cabin history, I'm sure.
Show period, pony period. That's
There
what
we
I call it.
go. Period. All right. Well, that is all we have for you today, cabin listeners. Leave us a voicemail so that we can do some more of this stuff. Leave us some comments, DM us, ask us questions. But we will see you next week.
Bye. Are you a golf enthusiast looking for the perfect course to tee off in Wisconsin? Look no further than Washington County, just 30 minutes northwest of Milwaukee. With its picturesque landscape and challenging courses, Washington County has something for everyone, from seasoned pros to beginners. At Washington County Golf Course, the #1 municipal golf course in Wisconsin, you can enjoy the beautiful views of the Kettle Moraine area while tackling the challenging par 72 course. If you're ready for a truly world-class golfing experience, look no further than Erin Hills Golf Club. Host to the 2017 U.S. Men's Open and the 2025 Women's Open, Erin Hills is one of the most challenging and prestigious courses in the country. With its natural terrain and immaculately maintained fairways and greens, it's no wonder that golfers from all over the world come to test their skills here. If you're looking for something a little more laid back, head to Honeycore Golf and Country Club with its family-friendly atmosphere and 9-hole course. Learn more about Washington County and all that it offers at www.washcowisco.gov.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin. Experience the difference. Come get away and experience gaming in a whole new way. Ho-Chunk Gaming offers a range of adventure and entertainment by offering gaming excitement and relaxing accommodations all in one place. Whether it's discovering your favorite slot machine, doubling down on their tables, or rolling your luck with the throw of the dice, this will be the getaway you've been searching for. While you're there, sign up to become a free member of their rewards club to receive our special members-only discounts, promotions, and so much more. Ho-Chunk Gaming, where the grown-ups play big. Your grown-up getaway. Locations in Madison, Wisconsin Dells, Black River Falls, Nakusa, Tilma, and Wittenberg. Must be 21 to gamble. Today's episode of The Cabin was hosted by Andrea Belke and Megan Christian and produced by Andrea Belke. Audio engineering and video teasers by Nick Cardarella and Megan Christian, with social media by Megan Christian. Production support by Gavin McLean. The Cabin is a production brought to you by Discover MediaWorks. To learn more, head to discovermediaworks.com and don't forget to leave a review.